Brilliance Audio presents Seven Devils by Laura Lamb and Elizabeth May, performed by Christina Traister. Eris got the call from her commander while she was killing a man. The guard slumped against her, dead in under 30 seconds from a blade to the throat, a stab in the carotid artery. Fast and quiet. The sharp, tangy scent of his blood wafted toward her as she hauled the guard's still warm body against hers and slowly lowered him to the spacecraft's floor. Could she have prevented this death? If she were honest with herself, yes. But there was no time for guilt. She was doing her job. Her pathos, the communication chip embedded within her cerebrum, echoed through her skull with the most irritating musical tone. Commander Scher had chosen it because he knew Eris couldn't ignore it. Ring, ring, this is important, the tune sang. Listen to me, and remember, don't murder people. I'm busy, she sent back through her pathos. Most pathos only had a range of a planet, half a solar system at most. Scher was outfitted with a beta design that could bounce its signal off satellites as far as it pleased, as long as he knew her rough coordinates. It irritated the shit out of her. She had a spacecraft to commandeer. Scylla was larger than most of the ships she'd taken in the past. It had the capability of growing large amounts of hydroponic food. And if there was one thing the Novantaen Resistance was short on, it was food, followed by weapons. Eris grabbed the guard's identity card and cut off his finger with a swipe of her blade. Almost every ship the Resistance had was taken through force or subterfuge, and Eris was damn good at her job. She slid the identity card through the slot, pressed the guard's severed finger against the pad, entered the code, and hurried down a second hallway that led to the main corridor. 5 seconds to get through this section before the alarm sounded. Ring, ring, this is important. Eris gritted her teeth, shoved the identity card in, pressed the finger, entered the code. The door slid open. Oh, shit! Eris rolled to the ground as the high-pitched blasts of laser bullets stung her ears. They dotted the metal of the ship above her head with a deafening clang, clang, clang. She shoved herself behind one of the storage containers before they could correct their aim and riddle her body with seared holes. Of course there would be soldiers on the other side. Of course. She would have been better prepared had it not been for that stupid ring, ring, this is important, son of a bitch. She commanded her pathos to answer the god's damn call. Finally, came the commander's voice. You had better be dying, she said to Scher as she pulled the gun out of her holster. Eris peeked over the storage containers and hit again, just as more blasts rained and exploded like stars. 8 against 1, 6 blasts left in her antique gun. If she ever smiled genuinely, she would have then. Challenging odds, her favorite. Otherwise, she wouldn't bother running around with a weapon so old most people didn't know what the flame it was. She had backup weapons, of course, 5 knives and 2 mores. But this was her baby, a gorgeous filigreed limited edition RX blaster from the turn of the last century. She was a beauty. Updated with little add-ons to keep her blasts deadly, but the shooting style was all old-school skill. No lasers to help aim. We need you back at Nova, Commander Asshole in her head said. Now, I said I'm busy, she replied, lifting her blaster. 1, 2, 3 down. Lasers in the Moor's weaponry might be more accurate, but her little baby had a beautiful curve to its fall that lodged the blast right where she wanted it. It had charm. It had character. She liked its quirks. And yes, she felt sentimental about it. Get unbusy, Scher said.